Alright, peace everyone. Uh, just wanted to make this video. I've been getting a lot of requests on video to set up and install the CouchCitizen configuration, and you know what? I think now is a proper time. Star Citizen is having a free flight event. They have a few of these each year. Um, and you know, basically any players could come in, try the game for free for a few days, try out some ships, and see what everything is about, see what all the fuss is about. So this video is going to be a setup video, not only on how to install the CouchCitizen configuration to play Star Citizen with an Xbox Elite controller, but this is also going to be a little tutorial on how you can enlist for the free flight event, hop into the game, install the game. It's going to have some tips and setups. As you can see here, I'm on the site just going through. You can definitely encourage you to go to the site and, you know, just peruse all of the pages and see what everything is about. They have a lot of new stuff there, and as you can see, the free flight event is limited time. It's up until August 27th, and they also have some sales going on starter packs. So if you do decide to, you know, purchase the game afterwards, you know, I suggest you do it while the sale is going on. Save yourself a few dollars, and yeah, man, it's going to be really good. It's really good. So I definitely encourage you to hop on in. Like I said, there's a free flight event. There's also a little referral code giveaway going on. So basically, if you use a referral code, you get extra money to start off in the game. Here you can see I'm going on a site, and this is where once you do sign in, you can actually find a guide, a real life person to help you, kind of like a big brother, big sister kind of style, you know, and help guide you through the game. So yeah, so you can use a referral code to hop in and get an extra $5,000 of in-game money, and as you can see here, you also get this fine hoverbike with exclusive black and red color scheme. Now this goes on until August 31st, and you will only get it, like, if you use the referral code, you get it as well as the person whose code you used. So if you use my referral code, which you can see at the bottom of the screen and also in the video description, you know, you'll get yourself some extra money to start out if you do decide to purchase the game or a game package, and you also get a hoverbike, exclusive hoverbike. So definitely encourage you to use my referral code down at the bottom of the screen. It'll also be in the video description, and yeah, so without further ado, you know, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is go to the website, robertspaceindustries.com. Okay. Once you hop on in, you know, you'll go through it. You'll see the free flight event. Go ahead and click on that, and you can click on more info. It'll take you down and basically guide you along the way, tell you exactly where you need to go. So you'll come here, scroll down. Now you're going to have to use this code, this free flight code, get into the verse. So go ahead, click that to copy it to your clipboard. Click the enlist. Alright, you want to go click enlist now and create your account. So here you want to create your account name, which, you know, you want to keep all this information private. Your email address that's going to be associated to the account. Go ahead and create a password, you know, all of the typical stuff. Put in your birth date, etc., etc. Now right below it is where you'll see the referral code, and this is where you're going to enter the referral code. So like I said, go ahead and, you know, you can use mine. I definitely encourage you to use mine, but you can use somebody else's as well. Go ahead and put that in, and now is the time to put it in. Once you enlist, you'll have your account. Alright, now go ahead and put in the free fly code right there, hit apply coupon, and any existing players could come here as well and apply this coupon and get access to a few ships for the duration of the event. So you come down here, leads you to the download page, and go ahead and download the installer. Now this is just the installer that you're downloading. Go ahead and launch it, and this is very important because this is the only time where it will ask you where you want to install CouchCitizen, and I cannot stress this enough. Please try your best if you can to install this on a solid state drive. Trust me, your performance will not be anywhere near as good if you try to install this on a regular hard drive. You know, with discs, you want a solid state drive if possible. So go ahead and choose your folder location on a solid state drive. To install it, click install. Once you install the launcher, you know, you're gonna go ahead and sign in with the information. It's gonna ask for a two-step authentication code, which it will, you know, send to your email, and you can choose how long to authenticate this device, basically your computer. Go ahead, click install, accept, and now what's going to happen is going to start downloading the actual game. It's about 70 gigabytes, so it's a long download. So in the meantime, what we need to do is, in order to use this mod, you're going to need this software, which does cost money. It's called ReWASD. This is the web page, www.rewasd.com. Alright, you want to go there, or you can just go to my mod page, and I have links to the page on the mod page. So I have links to ReWASD, and yeah, you can, you know, telling you up front, this does cost money. It's about $20. It starts at $7, but in order to use my configuration to its fullest, you want to get the entire package, which is $19.99. Trust me, it's definitely worth it. You get a whole lot of features that you can use with any games on your computer, and you know, just want to put it out there. You can likely get this same configuration by using free software like Joystick Gremlin or Joy2Key, but you would have to do that on your own. In order to use my configuration, you will need the ReWASD software, and this only works for an Xbox Elite controller, version 1 or 2 controllers. This is not for a normal gamepad. Okay, so and this has a 14-day trial if you want to just try it out before you purchase. Definitely encourage that. As you can see, these are some of the features. You scroll down on the page, and right there it says it, you know, unlock the power of the Xbox Elite paddles. This is what makes this configuration pretty much so perfect for a game like CouchCitizen, because with the 4 underside paddles that you can push all at the same time, if you choose to, you can unlock all movement on all axes at the same time, simultaneously. You won't have to sacrifice anything, hold any shift button down just to pitch your ship up. No, none of that. So you want to come here, download it. Alright, it's going to download the installer, you know, typical stuff. Click the download and go ahead and just go ahead and run it. I had already downloaded it, so I just deleted it extra. Go ahead and double click it, run the executable, and choose where you want to install it. Doesn't really matter. You know, by default it's going to choose your program folder. So yeah, nothing is not a big program. It doesn't take up a lot of space, so you'll be good. Go ahead and click the options, and you can check off what you want, what you don't want, create a desktop shortcut, the typical stuff. So as you can see, there installs in the program files, and you can choose if you want to install it somewhere else. I just left it the default location. Go ahead and click OK. Go ahead and agree to the terms and install, and it's going to go ahead and install it for you. I already had it installed, so I'm just going to click cancel and cancel out of it. Go ahead and close all of that. So once you get this installed, and by the way, you're gonna have to import my configuration. Now on the site they have a community hub where you can search different games and see a list of uploaded community configurations. You'll see mine's right there, the CouchCitizen configuration, even though that's an old version. So hopefully by the time this video comes out, I'll just upload the latest version, which is for 3.14, for the 3.14 alpha version of the Star Citizen Alpha. So you could download it from here. Just keep in mind, when you click import config, it's just going to download the file, and that's the same file that you would get by downloading it from my mod page, or through the links from the video, which I'll show you in a sec. So like I said, if you download it from there, it'll just download a .ReWASD configuration file, and you'll have to import it yourself. Importing it is very easy. We're gonna go over that in a few minutes. So like I said, if you launch ReWASD, so on your initial launch, after installation, you may see this pop-up window. This is just telling you to basically take your Xbox Elite controller, open up the Xbox Accessories app, and create profiles with the paddles unmapped. So you want to go ahead and do that. You'll also get this warning telling you that if you use combos or any of the advanced features, that may get you banned on certain games that don't allow it. It's mainly for PvP competitive games, but no need to worry about that. Here I don't use any of those features. So once you open it up, you're gonna have your game folders in that top menu in the right corner. You want to click that to open it, and click add, and go ahead and create one. You can name it for Star Citizen, and name it whatever you want, and later on you can associate the exe, the executable of the game, to this profile, so that it'll recognize, as soon as you launch Star Citizen, it'll know, okay, load that configuration. Alright, so once you do that, you're going to see this, and your controller will be there to be connected, but as you can see, it says nothing is applied. There's no configuration applied, and you don't have any configurations up at top. You just have this default blank configuration. So that plus sign is where we're going to load a configuration. So let's go ahead and download that now. So here we are at the website, at my video, and this is where you go ahead and click the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate this, and if it's useful to you. If you click the details, you'll find download links here, as well as on my mod page. I definitely encourage you to go to the mod page if you can. That's a little bit safer, even though you have to register for the Nexus Mods website. It's a little bit safer. Everything is scanned. You won't have to download from a third-party website. You also get advanced features like notifications when I upload an update to the configuration. They also have mods for a bunch of different games. This is like they call it the Nexus. It's like literally the nexus to come to for like Skyrim modding, if anybody is into modding Skyrim, etc. But you do have to register. So you know, that's up to you. You know, you can also endorse my mod and even support me through that webpage. But if not, you can go here and download from third-party sites. I got MediaFire links. This is the MediaFire page, and also have Dropbox. If you come here, you can I've uploaded in different file formats for you. So you got .zip, .rar, and 7-zip. Go ahead and choose whichever one you would like. Go ahead and download that, and you know, they all have the same content within, so they're all the same. Go ahead and click download. Oh, nothing. This is nothing new, nothing special. So go ahead and download there, or you can come back and you can use the Dropbox link. You know, both pages, both sites will have older versions as well as the most current version up for you to download. I don't know why you would want to download an older version, but you know. So once you download the compressed file, you're going to want to, you know, you're going to want to open it, unzip it to there, and this is the contents of the file. So here you'll see the ReWASD profile, and then you'll also see the .xml file. That file needs to be imported into CouchCitizen later. So right now we're going to focus on importing the ReWASD file. So as you can see here, I just went and copied the path, the folder path, to where I have it, so that I can easily import it in ReWASD. So you come here, you're going to want to click that plus symbol in the top, like I said, import configuration. Click on import from file, and then click the box right there to browse. And you want to browse to the folder where you have the downloads, the downloaded files. So I just pasted it there, hit the enter button, and as you can see right there, the 314.rewasd configuration file. Chose it, I hit OK. Make sure, you know, you can rename it if you would like. I kept it the same, hit OK, and boom, there you go. Now it loaded the configuration, but it's not applied just yet. As you can see, nothing is applied. So it's not until you hit that apply button does the configuration actually apply. That's just a warning to tell you, you know, if you're using a trial version, you'll get that warning. If you're using a full version that you already paid for, you have a license, you won't get this at all. Now that it's applied, you can start moving it around and playing with it and see what's what. You'll get those pop-ups in the bottom right by default, letting you know, the configuration is on, it's active. Down below, those are the different slots that you have on your controller. So it tells you, we're in slot 1. This is loaded into slot 1, and yeah, basically here you can see the buttons live as you push them. See the different phases, and as you push the different shift keys, that basically when you hold down the shift key, it changes some of the button mappings. So it'll switch over to a different mode. And there's only 2 different modes. There's holding down the back button is the mouse and keyboard shift phase, and then holding down the other button, the home button, is for advanced cam. And then I use the Xbox button up top in the middle, that's for mobiGlass. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just turn this off. As you can see, when you turn it off, you get a notification that it's not active anymore. And to turn off those notifications, because they'll come up all the time by default, click on the little icon, the little gear icon, and go into the settings. Then you go to desktop overlays. Okay, and basically you want to go ahead and go through these menus and select what you don't want to show up. Maybe you do, you know, want them to show up just to notify you what's going on. It's up to you, but I definitely encourage you to learn the program. You know, go through it. It has a ton of features in this program. I'm telling you, I'm not an official, you know, they're not my sponsor or anything, and but I definitely endorse this product just personally. I've enjoyed using it, and I haven't seen anything like it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just moving around, testing out. Once you finish, I'm gonna move on to the next step, which is launching the game. Hopefully you got it downloaded, finished installing. Once you do that, go ahead, click launch game from the launcher. Go ahead and open it up. And what we're going to do here is, this step isn't really required, but what we're going to do is we're going to just go and save the default loadout for the controls in the game. This way you'll always have that default setting to reload if you need to. So first you go to the options, go to keybinds, okay, you go to advanced controls, and then control profiles. Doesn't really matter what setting you're on, keyboard, mouse, or gamepad, but you click there and click save profile and name it whatever you like. You know, I'm just naming it default. I'm gonna hit save. Just remember that. So we saved it as default. You'll see these instructions, you know, in the text file that has instructions, installation instructions. What we did there, we quit the game after we saved the profile, the default profile. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the folder and basically copy the XML file from my mod into the CouchCitizen folder. Now it depends on which version of the game. Like basically they have the PU, which is the persistent universe. That's when the game is live for everyone to play. Then they also have the PTU, which is the test universe, the test server, and that comes and goes, you know, basically in between patches that go live. They both have their own set of folders, so you want to copy this file into the proper folder for whichever version you're using. We're in the PU, so that's the path right there that you want to go to. And yeah, you know, it's all in the instructions for you to see. You want to go to CouchCitizen folder, PU, user, client, 0, the controls, and then mappings. And for the PTU, it's the same thing, except instead of PU, it'll be PTU. And you'll only have the PTU folders if you know, if you were eligible and you downloaded the PTU. So here we are in the main CouchCitizen folder. Go to CouchCitizen, live. Right here you see the folder. Go to users or user, then client, then 0, then controls, mappings, and there you'll see it, default. So that's the default controls that we saved earlier, and that's how you can tell we're going to the right place. We're in the right directory. All you gotta do is drag and drop or copy it over. There you go. So now you've copied it into the folder. The next step is that we have to go into the game and actually load the profile, because if you don't load the profile, the game doesn't know, you know, that you're using it. You won't be using it. Okay, so you open up the game, go back to the same menu, options, key bindings, advanced control customizations, control profiles, and now you should see the name. You see the default there, and right above it you'll see my configuration. Go ahead and click it, and now you get this window, and here you just load for the respective device. So keyboard, you want the keyboard mappings. Mouse, you want the mouse mappings. Any gamepad, you want the gamepad mapping. So let's go ahead and load that, make sure it's all right. Hit load, and you are done. It really is that simple. It's not hard at all. You go back. I'm going to load into the game now, and you know, go ahead and create your character, do all of the initial setup stuff. Load into the game. By the power of editing, you're going to see the fastest loading time ever. Trust me, it usually takes a lot longer than that to load into the game. And here you are. As soon as you get into the game, first thing you want to do is go ahead and test the controls, the analog sticks, the paddles. As you can see here, just, you know, I'm going to just look left and right. The analog stick, that's how I know. Usually if you have any issues and it's not registering, the analog sticks won't even work. So you see, as you can see here, I'm just looking around, making sure everything is good. You know, I'm using the home button to change the view, tap it to change the view, paddles to jump, paddle to duck. You know, it's basically testing everything out, making sure it's all good, it's all working correctly. If you hold down the home button, that allows you to move the camera and operate the advanced camera controls. I'm not going to go through all of the controls here right now. I have a previous set of videos that explained a lot of this stuff for the old configuration, which is, you know, pretty much similar. There are a few changes, so I'm working on a new set of videos to explain all of that. If your controller is vibrating, by default the game has settings for vibration now, and they're turned on by default. So you're going to want to go into the menu and turn that off. It's a lot of different things that you're going to want to go through and customize for yourself. I may make a video on this because CouchCitizen's menu is massive. There are a ton of settings. As you see all of those look ahead settings. Those are all maxed out by default. I usually turn them all the way down to like just a little bit above the beginning, because they're just very aggressive and it will move your camera you know, on its own to look at wherever you're aiming, targeting, etc. But yeah, there's a ton of settings in here that you're going to want to mess with and change for yourself. As you can see here, I was on my old computer, so I just changed the graphic settings, lowered them, get better frame rates. You know, I know for me, operating in a full screen is not as good as doing borderless windowed mode. So, you know, I changed that later to get some better frames. But like I said, there are a ton of settings here, and I'm probably going to dedicate a whole video to going through the different settings so that you can better optimize the game for yourself to use with my controller. And no matter what you use, really, you know, flight sticks, mouse and keyboard, etc. There are certain settings that directly apply to how you're going to perform, like how the control setup is going to work for you, how well it's going to work for you. So like I said, go through it. Don't be afraid to make some changes. Just try to record, you know, what you had set before you started messing with everything, and you know, you should be fine. And hey, listen, you may discover some things that I don't even know about. So definitely, I'm looking forward to all of your feedback, and let me know how it works out for you. But yeah, so as you can see, we're just going through just different things like this, like the gamepad sensitivity, thumbstick, dead zones. Some of these values will definitely be different for you So, you know, by default, so like I said, you're gonna have to go through it. Here you can see I'm just basically playing with the camera. Like I said, if you hold down the home button, it allows you to manipulate the camera in all sorts and basically all of the ways possible in the game. You know, you hold it down and use the D-pad left and right to adjust the field of view and the depth of field. Get that, you know, you can get that nice fuzzy background, you know, and make things pop out. You can use the X and A buttons to change the placement of the focal point of the camera. Oh, you can also hold down the mouse and keyboard shift key, which is the back button, and then you use the paddles to do emotes. By default, I think there are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 different emotes built in. And by the way, that's also how you will access the control the capacitors when you're in a ship. Alright, so you can go to the flight terminal, and most kiosks and menus, you're going to have to hold down the back button to operate the mouse and keyboard mode. When you hold it down, it turns the right stick into the mouse pointer and the shoulder buttons into right click, left click, and scroll up and scroll down. So you have access to everything that you need to control no matter what by using that mouse and keyboard shift key, shift button. Like here, a lot of people ask me about how to operate elevator panels, because Star Citizen, you know, SIG, they develop their panels a little differently. As you can see, when you tap it, when you tap Y, nothing happens. Other things you can activate just by tapping Y. It'll quick activate. The elevator panels don't work like that. You have to use the mouse and keyboard shift. Also here you'll see, and people on mouse and keyboard have this problem too, you have to, well, unless you double tap the right trigger to zoom in and lock it, when you use the triggers, you will not only scroll the menu up and down, but you'll zoom in and out, because those controls, they control the same thing. So that's the solution to that. It's just us double click the right trigger, as I'm about to do right here. I'm looking at a panel. If I want to zoom in, double click it, and boom, I'm zoomed in. Double click it again to zoom back out. Very easy, very intuitive. Allows you to zoom in to the max distance really quickly. You can do it inside of ships. And see, as you can see there, like to get in the seat, I could just look at it and tap Y, and it will quick activate that. No need to use the mouse and keyboard shift. Some panels and buttons work like that, others don't. And to interact with you know, store kiosks, you know, there you have to use the mouse and keyboard shift key. So when you double tap the Xbox button, that brings you directly to contacts in your mobi-glass, and you can just get quick access to air traffic control. Then, like I said, I just hold down the home button and tap the right shoulder button to unlock the camera, and I can just look around. Hold it down again and tap the RB, and it will just snap you right back to where you were looking, just like that. Once I'm clear to take off, I hold down the bottom right trigger, which is strafe up. I'm sorry, the bottom right paddle to strafe up. We're out of here. Very simple, very easy, not clunky at all, you know. And there you go. I have it mapped so that the left stick is going forward and backwards, respectively, pushing up and down. Left and right controls your roll. So you roll left and right. You use the triggers to raise and decrease your acceleration. Double tap down on the D-pad to toggle your landing gear. There's a bunch of controls here. It's just too much for me to go through right now, but as you can see, you know, once you get used to it, you'll be moving like it's nothing, doing everything like it's nothing, like it's just secondhand nature. As you can see, I have it in cruise control right now, and you know, which you just click the left stick in to activate cruise control very easily, and you could just play with the camera while you move and position it how you want. I even have it so that you can, once you hold it in position, you can double tap button to save your camera view. You can save up to 4 camera views and save and load up to 4 different camera views very easily. Swap between them. It's very intuitive, very easy. Like I said, I was activating quantum, and I'm trying to find out where the station is, and to do that I usually unlock my view to look around. And while you double tap the mouse, the Xbox button to bring up contacts, holding it for a second will bring up directly to your map, bring you directly to your star map. Very quick, very intuitive. It's the same button to activate Mobi-Glass. Single tap will just activate it to its default page. Double tap gets you to the contacts, and holding it gets you to the map. Those are the ones that you're going to use the most often. As you can see there, I was using the mouse shift key to operate the map. I can do everything with it. Like I said, you have access to left and right click on mouse, scroll up and scroll down, so you can operate it just how you normally would. Zoom in, zoom out. You can move it to the left, right, up and down. You can rotate the view.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Left button is your main shift button. The left shoulder button, hold that down, and I believe the X button to activate quantum. Now this is a very cool feature. Your rear view, I have it set to holding down I believe it's the top 2 paddles, left and right. So it's the top left and top right paddle. When you hold both of those down at the same time, you get your rear view. And it's cool because basically you can look backwards, see behind you, but still operate your ship normally. Doesn't change anything else. As you can see here, you tap up on the D-pad to target, and you tap down to deselect a target that's in your reticle. Left and right will shift between targets very easily. Here you can see I'm holding down the bottom 2 paddles, left and right paddles. Holding those down at the same time activates your space brake. Okay, and you can also pull back on the stick and push it in to activate a boosted stop, so you can come to a fast stop very easily. Very simple, as you saw there. Like I said, double tap the Xbox button, go directly to contacts, you know, ask for landing. Really quick, really intuitive. Once again, I'm gonna go over this in another video. I just wanted to, this is just a very brief overview so you can see. And as you can see, I'm not changing any controls, doing anything different, holding down any shift keys. I get to move up, down, left, right, turn, pitch, yaw, roll, strafe, all of that at the same time, anytime I would like to. And as you can see here, you know, just like anything else, with just a little bit of practice, you know, you start getting used to it. You know, so here I'm coming in, turning around for a smooth landing so that I could just exit out the back, can reposition myself at any time. I could use the camera, change the camera, but there's no need to. I'm good. And I could hold down
Complete.
down button on the D-pad to activate auto landing, but there's no need. Double tap
Systems
the
off.
shoulder buttons, left and right, toggles your power.
Crusader Industries. A journey for
As you see, I
execution.
use the D-pad to look
Systems
at the
on.
MFDs, and here you'll see, as you can see, hotkeys for activating and manipulating the capacitors. It's the same thing as emotes. You hold down the mouse trigger, the mouse shift key, mouse and keyboard shift key, which is select or back button, and you use the paddles, the underneath paddles, to manipulate capacitors. So you can do that while you fly, while you steer your ship, while you maneuver, and while you shoot. Hold them down to max, and you tap them to move them in integers.
Systems off.
Hold down the left button, shoulder button, and hold down B to exit seat. I believe you can also set that to double tap. As you can see here, it's like super dark, so I want to go ahead and hold down left button and Y to get the wheel menu, put on my helmet, look at a panel, and I just tap Y. Quickly activate it. It's not like the elevator panels, so you know, you can just look at them, quickly activate them, turn them off and on. And there you go, there you have it. So here I'm back at the, and well, I'm in the station looking at the ships. These are the ships that you get access to for free during the free flight event. You get 6 ships or 5 ships in the Dragonfly Hoverbike. So I hope that this is helpful for you guys. You know, this is definitely something that's, you know, will be useful to any new players that are just used to using a controller. A lot of Elite Dangerous players, you know, have been jumping into the game lately. We definitely welcome you guys, and you know, it's been really cool just seeing a lot of new people come in. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions, let me know. Holla at me in the comments below or on the mod page preferably, and you know, I'll try to help out as best as I can. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoy the free fly event, and I'll see you out there in the verse. Peace.